This is a blend of mainly Bre and Jude, the mind alters. Harper and Jesse are both pushed down because we just had a panic attack, especially Jude. Jude could see our society deteriorating into a dictatorship, and she really feels like Cassandra trying to tell our family members and friends from the other side what's going on. And they don't see it. And they don't get it. And it's gonna get bad. And Democrats are gonna start killing Republicans, and Republicans are gonna start killing Democrats. And the person who is leading the way to that is Donald J. Trump. And we are your neighbors. We are your family members. And he is pushing us towards killing each other. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna start happening. It's gonna start happening soon. Because we don't get the same news anymore. And the news that we get is all skewed towards the far side of both sides. So Republicans think that everybody on my side wants open borders. And that's not true. Republicans think that every Democrat on my side thinks that there are not transgender people who regret and detransition. And I believe that that happens. And I'm on the Democrat side. And the Republicans believe that all Democrats see these things exactly the same, and that's not true at all. And so therefore, when you think that somebody is that wrong in your mind, then maybe they do deserve to die, you know? And that's what Donald Trump is trying to convince us of. But that's not the case at all. I have two sons that are on the Republican side. And while their knowledge is limited to the algorithm that they get for their news. They are smart boys, men, because they're 34 and 27. They're smart men. But they're not getting all the details. And I realized that today, and that's why I'm having a major panic attack. So my older son, I told him that I was going to the No Kings rally today, and he tried to talk me out of it, and he said, that's ridiculous, nobody wants to be king. I said, no. And then I called him by his name. I said, Donald Trump does. He wants to stay in office. He's wanting to get a third term. And he said, oh, that's not possible. He's not going to get a third term. There's no way. And he's not even been talking about that. And I said, yes, he has. And he said, prove it. So, of course, I pulled up AI and I asked it, and it pulled up the information. And there's actually a quote from him where he says that he's not joking. He is not joking. He's gonna try for a third term. And there are some people on their side that want him to have it. I saw at the rally today a sign that said to give him the third term. There were some there were some opponents to the No Kings. And there was a guy that was carrying around a sign that says, give him a third term. It's the way that we keep America great, or the way that we make America great. I can't remember exactly what his sign said. So there are some people on the Republican side that do want that, but they're not the majority of them. My son does not want him to have a third term. He knows that would not be good for the country. There needs to be a new leader to come in. And my son is also a history teacher, so he knows that you don't want a dictatorship. So he does not want that. He didn't even know that Donald Trump was pushing for it, though. So he couldn't object to it. There's a lot of information that we're not getting. And both sides think that the opposite side is to the extreme. And it's not. There is a middle ground on every single one of these issues. But you're not getting that middle ground, and you're thinking that the opposite side, that everybody believes a particular way. For example, I know that everybody does not want Donald Trump to have a third term. Another point is I saw a sign today at the rally that said, people are not illegals. So that implies to me that that person is wanting open borders. Well, I don't fucking want open borders. In fact, I think we should have locked down the country after 9/11. But nobody is understanding that I'm a Democrat and believe that we should just lock the country down. Don't let any more immigrants in. That's perfectly fine with me. But once they are here and illegal, because they are, people can be illegal. Once they are here, you don't put them in a concentration camp. You don't allow this ICE police to mistreat people and treat them inhumanely. You don't do that, no matter who they are. But we've got this leader that thinks it's all a game to be won. These are people. These are people's lives. This is traumatic for children. It is going to come back and bite us later, unless his point is to kill them all. And here I am talking smack about him, and I don't want to do that. It should be no name calling. That's what toddlers do. That's what children do. There should be no name calling from adults. And then we've got a president that makes fun of people. That is not a good example for our children. And you say, well, celebrities aren't role examples. Well, but he's the president now. He's not just a reality host. He's the president. He needs to hold himself to a higher standard for our children. Or else we're gonna we're going backwards. And fast. And maybe he wants us to kill each other. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. I would think so, for population purposes, because we're not having kids, you know? Because we're so fucked up, people are choosing not to have kids because they don't want them in this world. At least the smart ones. Not smart. I love my boys, but this is a scary, scary world right now. I don't want to have another panic attack. So, on my side today, I had love, not hate on one side. And then on the other side, I had secure but humane. And I believe that that's the middle ground on that issue. As far as security goes, we need to lock this country down. We don't need to let in everybody who wants to come, because there are some bad people that come in. The gangs are horrible. They don't need to be coming in, and they need to be deported. But asylum seekers, I don't know, it's just so distressing. It's very overwhelming. And so I didn't lose it whenever my older son didn't realize that Donald Trump wants to stay in a third term. That just kind of struck me. But then whenever I got to the rally and I saw people aren't illegals, and and so many of their sons had hate on them, like saying that they hate him and making fun of him, you know, with being orange and just mean stuff. The same stuff that he does. I just got so upset. We don't need to be name calling like children. That's a bad example for our kids. That shows them that that's what they should do. And the bully culture needs to stop. It screws people up. It screwed me up. Okay. All right. Yeah, look at my neck. It's awful. Oh. Jesse's awake. I don't want to be part of it. It's just, they are so wrong. They're not being logical. You can't have open borders, but you also can't treat people like cattle or vermin. People are people. There are girls in these detention camps that are being raped and made pregnant. Oh, it's just so upsetting. I just don't want to be awake. Like, ever. Got to stop feeling this so deeply. I think this is Jude again. I am gonna go to psychedelic therapy and try to stop feeling this so bad. But there are gonna be